So I don't believe there's an agreement of any. Well, I guess the mom partially agrees to certain things. I think she agrees with our income calculation. And my understanding is, uh, so the father's not in agreement with anything. I believe the mom's request to the court is going to be that she be the one to carry uh, health and dental. I think she'll testify that she has champ PA, so the medical is 0, dental is 27. Um, and so if the court orders her to carry medical and dental, the child support would be $1,141. I believe she's also going to ask the court to, rather than a standard possession, excuse me, standard possession order, um, to do a 50-50. I don't take a position on that. I've tried to explain the court's position. Uh, and I think the child support number that I gave the court is not what mom is requesting. I think mom is requesting that the child support be $550 a month, which she'll testify is how much it costs to send their child to the private school that child is going to be starting uh, in the fall. So, but that's not guideline. So anyway, I think mom is also in disagreement about the geographic restriction. Um, so anyway, that's what I have. I think the court is going to have to hear the evidence and rule, and probably no one's going to be happy except for maybe me because I'll get a final order.
All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and well, let's get some testimony on this one. Let's figure out what's going on. Here's the deal, folks. Again, Texas officially doesn't have anything, doesn't have 50-50. Parties make these agreements all the time. It's left up to court to see whether or not this is something that's workable. So I'm going to have, the state's going to ask you questions and I'll get information. But anything dealing with a child moving back and forth from resident to resident every week is considered not to be in the child's best interest fully. So again, I got found out what you folks are doing, how long you've been doing it, and looks like the child's just turned 5. So we're looking at again, the mom says he's going to school, and so I'll need to factor all that in. So I'll see why y'all want what you want, and see whether or not we can conform this order to do as much as possible to adhere to your wishes. So at this time, I'm gonna go ahead and ask both of you to unmute yourselves, and you both are muted. Raise your right hands and let me get you on the oath. Thank you. All right, you both solemnly swear or affirm your testimony you're gonna give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks. Yes, sir. Do you so swear? You muted, sir.
Yes.
All right, you're both officially on the oath. I'm going to let the state call you both as witnesses. At the end of the hearing, if there's anything out of you that don't think came out that's pertinent to what we're doing here today, I'll let you give the court that information. So I'll let the state go ahead and call you first witness. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll call Miss Key. Miss Key, will you say your full name, please?
Lyric Danielle Key.
And so let's talk about this. You hear the opening I gave the court,
Yes, sir.
and was I able to correctly state your position?
Yes, sir.
All right. And so let's talk about medical. You have medical insurance available, is that correct?
Yes, sir. I have Champ VA for him and there's dental insurance through Humana.
Okay. And what do you pay on the medical?
The Champ VA, I pay nothing. I just get certain bills and I might have a 25% left on the bill that I have to pay, which is why I asked for him to also get it so that it would cancel out the rest of the bill.
Yes, ma'am. And then what do you pay on the dental?
Just $27 a month.
Okay. So my calculation, if the court uses your insurance instead of keeping Mr. Durgan's insurance, the guideline child support calculation would be $1,141. Did I correctly tell the court you didn't want that amount? You want something different?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what are you requesting the court to order?
Just half of Xavier's tuition.
All right, and how much is the tuition?
The lowest is $550.
So I think I may have that wrong. So you would want Mr. Durgan's to pay $275 a month? or 550 is the half?
No, the 550 is the total, 275 is the half.
Okay. All right, so that's not a ton of child support. Do you have other means to where you can take care of your child and yourself?
I take care of him now by myself.
All right, and I take it you're a disabled veteran, is that correct?
Yes.
What do you get? What do you get from the VA?
39, I forgot the extra. It's about $4,000.
Okay, and do you get Social Security disability on top of that?
No, sir.
Okay. Um, all right, so let's talk about the possession and access. So I told the court that your request is going to be for 50/50. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. It's what we've been doing. We all
Okay, and
live in the same city at the moment, so.
okay, but
I'm
you
sorry,
don't want to have.
what did you say, ma'am? It's the same city, you cracked up on me. What was
Oh,
that?
I'm sorry. We live in the same city, sir.
Okay, thank you. You may proceed.
All right, but my understanding is you do not want a geographic restriction. Is that correct?
No, from my understanding, he also agreed that we were not living, we would eventually move. He also told me that himself, so I don't understand the reason why we would be attached trying to stay here.
Okay, so do you have any kind of plans to move?
Yes, I do.
Where are you contemplating moving to?
I told him I'm looking at a house in Grand Prairie, Texas and Humble, Texas. They're kind of, but one is near Houston, one is near Dallas.
Okay, and the expectation is that Mr. Durgans would move to be closer to you and the child, or at least the child.
Yes, sir. We had a verbal agreement twice that he will move closer to where we were.
Okay. How long have you been doing the 50/50 arrangement?
About 2 years it's been inconsistent, but yeah, about 2 years now.
Okay. And do I have it correct, Xavier's? Am I saying the name right? It's Xavier?
Xavier, yes.
Is Xavier going to start? Is Xavier in kindergarten? Is Xavier starting kindergarten?
He's starting kindergarten this year.
Okay. Um, I think that's what I have, Your Honor. I'll pass the witness.
All right, man, what city do you live in?
Killing, Texas.
How long you live there?
About 4 years now, 4 or 5 years. I
All right,
had Xavier here, so I've been here the whole time he's been here. Yeah, 5 years.
all
Sorry.
right. And you're obviously out of the military now. Were you in that 5 years there while you were in the military?
Was I in the military here?
Any of that 5 years, yes, ma'am, while you lived in
Yes, sir.
Columbia.
Yes, sir.
All right then. All right then. And what city does the father live in?
He lives in Killeen, Texas as well.
Okay. All right then. And you're thinking about, and when are you thinking about moving them?
I said Grand Prairie, Texas.
I got humble in Grand Prairie. I know. Yeah. Yeah. I went to school in Dallas and Houston, so I know where you are. Okay. When? That's what I was asking, ma'am.
Oh, between November of this year and January of next year.
Okay. So we're talking about less than 6 months, right?
Yes, sir.
All right then. And are you moving to be near family, or is there a specific reason for the move, ma'am?
I finished it's just different opportunity for me. I finished culinary school in that month as well.
Oh, okay. Okay, Chef, I got you. All right. So you want to move close where the action is, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, Austin's not big and bad enough for you?
Um, it is. It's just the taxes, everything is high in Austin, higher. So
Oh yeah, yeah. My kid's a lawyer, and he can't in a downtown law firm, and he can't afford to live in Austin. Okay, so
yeah.
that's his no. All right. Then. Thank you very much, ma'am. I'll go ahead. Any other questions of this witness, Mr. Diamond?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Okay. Well, that's definitely a complicating factor, ma'am, of moving so soon. But I'll let me hear what Dad has to say. Thank you. So call your next witness, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll call Mr. Durgans. Will you state your full name, please, sir?
Durgans.
Okay, and same questions to you. Do I have it correct that you're not in agreement with anything that I proposed to the court?
No, sir.
What would your request? Well, actually, let's start here. So, if the court is going to order one of you to carry health and dental, which one of you should be the one carrying the health and dental?
It doesn't matter. I mean, I can do it. I haven't did it. Our last medical appointment, I paid for out of my pocket, so I haven't got any medical yet. I heard about the champ thing, but talking to them and the VA, I'm getting a runaround, so I just paid out of my pocket.
Okay, well, so you
So do
said
you have health insurance?
Say again, sir.
Do you currently have health insurance?
Add health?
Do you currently have health insurance?
Me, yeah, through like the VA or whatever. But I
Oh,
don't
you
have
have,
any myself.
okay,
I mean, I don't have any on my son.
okay, you currently have Champ VA on yourself.
No, regular VA. I'm retired military.
Okay, so you can also get you can go shoot, I won't say DocuSign. You can also get health insurance through your retirement, correct?
Yes, that's what I believe. But when I spoke with them, they said I could not put my kids on my health insurance. I had to go through some outside source, which is why I
This
heard
is
about
tracking.
Champ. Yes, sir.
Tracker says you can't get health insurance on your kids' your
Back here
children.
or my SSD.
All right, so you get SSDI.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's probably why. So with that you get Medicare.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So okay, I see where this is going. Because I said I had TRICARE all my way through law school. So yeah, all right. I let the state
Understand
proceed.
that? I don't understand it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
But
it
I
didn't
guess
say
you
all right.
understand.
Yeah, well, it doesn't sound 100% kosher, but yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I'll let the state proceed with questioning at this time. Thank you.
thank you, Your Honor. So let me ask you this: in my opinion, and you may disagree, Mr. Durgan, she's made what sounds like a pretty generous offer, which obviously the judge can veto, but she's offering to set your child support at $275 a month. Again, subject to judge's approval, which may not happen, but would that number be acceptable to you?
No. No, sir.
Okay.
I don't give a child support at all. Reason with being because
Stop, sir. You get ready to run with the ball. You already the state will elicit testimony to elaborate on your reasoning. Why? But don't just wait for that question to be asked. Thank you, sir.
yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah,
So
I
let's,
don't agree with it.
yes, sir. So she testified that you have Xavier, each of you has him about 50% of the time. Is that correct?
Uh, Recently, yes. Over the last 2 years, yes.
Okay. And is that the basis of why your opposition to paying child support?
Um, my basis is I don't know why we're here and we're both contributing equally. But if we had to go child support, I would make myself the primary parent.
Okay. Uh, Begging your pardon, Your Honor, I can go down this road. I don't believe there's any pleadings on file, but I'm not going to object if he wants to go there. So what does the court, what would the court like me to do?
I'm still trying to figure out how this one got me before me. It's not an old case; it's a brand new one, and I don't think there's any Medicaid money involved here. Maybe, but anyway, let's go down the path. Because again, it's still, sir. All right, I'll tell you what the path I need to go down is what's it? What you say they've been doing this for the last 2 years? The child was a child in pre-K this year, sir.
No, sir. He was he was in daycare last year.
Okay, then. All right, so I need some information about what the mom's looking at moving out of Bell County and the Bell County area sometime within the next 6 months. So I need for you to ask some questions along those lines, see what his plans are also.
Oh, yes, sir, Your Honor. So Mr. Durgan, I think her testimony was that there's some sort of an agreement that if she moves uh, to a bigger city or the outside of a bigger city, that you would move to be close to the child. Is that your agreement with her?
Yes, wherever the child is, we both in agreement that we would be in the same area.
Okay, so she's asked. She didn't say this, but well, she asked to have no geographic restrictions. So you understand, even though she didn't bring it up, that means she could move to Los Angeles, California. She could move to New York City. She could move to Miami, Florida. She could move to Seattle, Washington.
Okay.
So do you have any objection to her being able to move out of the state of Texas with the child?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you would want you'd want some sort of a geographic restriction to keep the child in Texas. Is that my understanding?
Within like within the within an hour of each other. You know what I'm saying? Within an hour of each other, so I can get to him and back.
Okay, well, because Grand Prairie is probably more than an hour. You
Oh, it
understand that?
is. Oh yeah, yeah. It's more than an hour. It's
So,
it's almost dead center between Dallas and Fort Worth on 30, yeah, and 20. So yeah.
okay, so you're not willing to move to Grand Prairie then if she tries to move the child, is that, do I have that correct?
My lease is up in November, and that's why I said once November hits, wherever we decide, then is where we're going to go.
But you're asking that be within an hour or so of Colleen?
Yes. Until then, until we figure out what we're going to do. Yes.
Okay, but I see. But you're saying after then you don't know what you're going to do. The
Yeah.
problem
No.
is this, is that I'm asking the court for a final order, which I guess the court doesn't have to do. Uh, but this has to last for the next 13 years. So are you okay with her having the right to move the child? I mean, it sounds like a minute ago you said no. So if she wants to move to Seattle, Washington sometime in the next 5 years, okay with you or not okay with you? And I realize I'm asking you to commit to something down the road, but that's what this order is going to contemplate.
Right now, I'm not okay with it.
So again, the question is for the next 5, 10, 13 years, what kind of geographic area would you be in agreement to? And probably the smallest that the court's going to give you is going to be Bell and the surrounding counties, although I think it's possible that could be less. You know, the broadest is no restriction. So where would you want the restriction to fall?
Like I explained, like within an hour. But also, I'm also explaining that we agreed that wherever the child goes, that I go or she goes.
All right, well,
You know what
so
I'm saying? And
she's talking about moving to Humble, and Humble is a 4 hour drive, 3.5 hour drive at best, and that's with good traffic. So
yes,
obviously that's a lot more than an hour away. There's no interstate there, you know. It's a suburb of Houston. So
so
she's talking about doing that, and Grand Prairie, like I say, this dead center between Dallas and Fort Worth. That's going to be about. I got my cousin was a retired fireman there. He lives right next door to Grand Prairie. I go to his house. It's a 2.5 hour drive at best, and that's
so
with traffic doing 100% nothing wrong. So yeah, so everything she's saying is a lot further, and a lot more complicated than what you're saying, telling me, sir.
yes. But as we also speak, like, which why I'm not understanding why we're here because he would majorly be with me anyway.
All right, well, here's the deal, sir. Right now, custody's up to me.
Yes, sir.
You
I
know?
mean, I'm just saying, in our talks, he majorly be with me anyway because I'm retired and I stay at home. So with her moving, you know what I'm saying, I was like, yes, you can move and we can come later because he would be in school anyway.
You just made that up.
Okay, guys. Yeah, this 50/50
So
is not, 50/50 has to be, I mean, people got to be cooperative like you wouldn't believe. Because he just now started fifth
yes,
grade. You ain't seen nothing until he gets into middle school and high school. So,
first
he,
grade, kindergarten.
all right, guys. Ah, and Dad's talking about he might want custody, and now, of course, Mom
I
says she
do, I
wants.
do want custody, sir.
Okay, see, there we go. So we're not, ma'am. Uh, yeah, it's 4:15, and
Yeah,
this turned into a 2 to 3 hour hearing. So
yes, sir.
this is not going to work today. All right, I'm thinking I may give the baby a lawyer, let the baby be a visit. If custody is going to be an issue, I'm looking at probably giving the child a lawyer and let the lawyer do their investigation and come back and make recommendations going forward. What we're looking at. But again, I don't. It didn't sound like 50/50 was going to work. Now I'm darn sure 50/50 is not going to work. And right now, the state's asking me to give mom managing conservatorship with the right to decide domicile. And I can say I can make that right, restrict that right to anywhere within the state of Texas is my norm, Central Time Zone. But again, that means technically means Texarkana, and I know that's a 7-hour drive. So yeah, Texas is not a small state. So, folks, and it looks like so, ma'am, you don't have any plans going forward in the next 3 to 4 months. So, what I'm looking at doing is what do we got right now? I got a temporary order. What do I have? Temporary order.
The nerve, like this baby on big to stay. The nerve.
All right, ma'am, but you're actually on the record, and so please don't do that. Thank you. I know you're upset, but yeah. All right, folks. The court entered a temporary order back in May. Y'all know that, right?
Yes.
No, I do not.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Okay. All right, that's what I thought. And let's see, let me see who was here. All right, y'all both were given notice to be here that the court would possibly go, and based on that, the court, there was a non-agreed to child support review order that the court went ahead and entered as a temporary order in this matter to set up the mother with temporary custody and temporary child support, because that was the non-agreed to child support review order. So right now, folks, looks like I got to have another temporary hearing. And I got to I got to see, because neither one of you are here, I got to see if we're going to continue with that order at this time going forward. But for right now, the court went ahead and went with the non-agreed to child support review order, which is under my purview to do. But I want to try, so for right now, ma'am, you got the right to go ahead and enroll the child in school. And technically, dad owes you child support, but I'm gonna do another hearing on this once I set this up for a hearing where you're the only case I have. And I can get some full testimony on this. And I'm probably looking at going ahead and appointing at Lightem. But I'm not sure who's up next because I've had to do a lot of them the last couple of weeks. I just did Ms. Gustafson this morning. I know I did Ms. Lambert yesterday. I think I did. So I think either Isaac or Kurt or one of the other persons are up for to be appointed to represent the child. And what that means is I give the child an attorney. The child the attorney and a guardian ad litem investigates both homes. And after it's all said and done, it makes recommendations going forward to who get custody, what child support and visitation should be. And actually is a guardian / attorney at lab, so he can actually cross-examine witnesses and make closing statements and closing arguments. It makes this a lot more complicated. It makes it a lot more, but it makes it a lot more thorough, folks. So again, with y'all technically being this far apart on this thing, well, kind of, sort of, I'm not sure, but this moving is going to be, I think it's going to be the a straw that breaks the camel's back on this one. So, just a second, I need to pause for a second. I need to ask my assistant something. Thank you. All right, I was just trying to make sure one of my new people is qualified. He doesn't want to do these types of cases, so I'll get you back. All right, so I'm still recording on your case. So I'm looking at appointing Ms. Shania Lambert as your child's attorney in this matter. And I'm looking at doing a follow-up temporary order on this one by the end of next month, one way or the other. Or an impossible final, but how soon the lawyer can get up to speed on this one is going to be paramount. So Ms. Shania Lambert has been appointed to be the legal representative of the child in this matter. And yeah, and I see no other way around this, folks. So let me look at some dates here, and I'm gonna run it by you and see when we can finalize this. Ma'am, you say you were in culinary school at this time?
Yes, sir.
What are your class schedule looking like for this fall?
Right now I have classes on Thursdays, Fridays, and Monday.
All right, so if I were to get you in here on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, that wouldn't be a problem, correct?
Yes, sir.
It would not be a bigger problem. Yes, sir. You understand, sir? You just stated earlier that you're not working. You're just getting your disability and your army retirement.
Yes, sir. I've been retired for 6 years, sir.
Okay. All right then. All right. So your schedule's wide open.
But I do have a question, sir.
Yes, sir.
As far as his schooling, whatever, like
right now, I'm not gonna get into a fight with you folks about that. I'm gonna leave that. Mom was gonna put him in private school. I've got no problem with that, so I'm gonna let her set that up. And ma'am, what school were you looking at putting him in?
It's called. He has the name too. I'm sorry, I sent more than one.
You find it, ma'am?
Called Colleen Junior Academy.
Okay. All right, ma'am. Like I said, under the current order, you have the authority to do that anyway. So I'm gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna go have my assistant get a hold of Miss Lambert and see if she can be here on a pre-trial slash further temporary order. Belinda, I'm not showing anything on Friday the 5th. That's not the weekend before Labor Day, is it? Okay, that's after Labor Day, so yeah, that'll work. All right, and I'm not showing anything on that date. Are you showing anything? All right, folks, I'm looking at doing a 9:30 slot. I'm going to do this to 9:30 to 11:30 in the morning. You're the only case I'm going to have that at that time. I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and appoint an attorney ad litem to represent the child. Doesn't represent mom, doesn't represent dad, has no dog in this hunt other than doing what she feels is going to be in your child's best interest going forward. And that's based on years of experience doing this, including a stint in the Attorney General's office 8, 9 years ago. So, oh, you go to school on Friday, correct, ma'am?
Oh, yes.
Okay. All right. Let's look at a Monday then. I'm sorry. I forgot. God, I don't want to interfere with your oh. Okay, yeah, for management. All right, so instead of the 9th, I got the 15th, and I got the morning and the afternoon. I usually do Monday cases in the afternoon. If I was to set this at 1:30 p.m. on Monday afternoon, the 15th, will that work for both of y'all?
Yes, sir.
All right then, folks, that's what we're going to do. And again, I'm going to need the state's going to need your permission to give your child's attorney your contact information. So at this time, it's key. Does the state have your authority to give Ms. Lambert your phone number and your email account?
Yes, sir.
All right. How about you? How about you, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. So if someone named Shanae Lambert contacts you, she's that's your child's lawyer, and it's always a good idea to cooperate with the attorney ad litem. All right, folks. Again, this one turned out to be a lot more complicated than I thought. So I'm gonna start with you, sir. Questions?
The question is just for the schooling or just for the whole thing. I guess I understand the process, but it's like you're talking more like she's. I talk with the lawyer about it, but I just want just know what's the child support or what do I have to pay or anything like that. What will I have to pay or what do I have to pay? What am I supposed to be paying until this is all done with?
All right. Well, technically, right now the child support is set at that $1,000 mark the state said earlier. But for right now, I'm willing to go ahead and based on these current circumstances, well, we only got to deal with 2 more months. Then if you get a credit to be far ahead, sir, then you'll be far ahead. But I'm gonna leave it as is for right now. So technically, you need to pay August and September, and then we'll give you any type of credit going forward. So I don't want to get overcomplicated on this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and just leave the current temporary order in effect, and I'll make sure the state sends y'all another copy of this one. All right.
Are we be able to adjust it? Because I pay child support for 2 other kids as well.
I thought the state used the amount.
They didn't factor in. They didn't factor in any with that number right there. They didn't factor in any of that. They just
right,
went with some numbers and made up.
Okay, Mr. Diamond, did y'all include how many other kids do you have, sir?
I have 6 total. But I'm paying child support for 2 other.
All right, so you're paying child support for 2 other children. They're younger or older than this child?
Older, 13 and 7.
Your Honor, the temporary order gives credit for the 2 other children.
Okay, it does, sir.
My other ones, I paid $320 and $300 for those for my other 2.
Okay, well, again, sir, the math in this, if you heard my morning speech, we look at the percentage of the net income and we give you credit for wherever the kids you have. So
they're adding my SSDI and my VA.
I'm sorry?
They're adding my SSDI and my VA.
I'll ask the state, did y'all put in both SSDI and VA?
We would have had to, I mean, I'll go back and read it, Your Honor, but we would have had to in order to get the number as high as we did.
All right. And is the mom getting any SSDI based on, for the child based on your disability, sir?
No, sir.
All right then, ma'am. All right then, ma'am. Here's the deal. You're probably entitled to if he has two other children he's paying child support for. There's a separate siphon for dependents. And you got the court order giving you temporary legal custody, so you might need to go. Might want to contact Social Security and see about getting the disability payment. And obviously I'll give him credit for anything you get from SSDI. Understood, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right. So yeah, it's not free money. It's government. It's kind of like free government money. So there's no need for not coming in, no matter what the circumstances are. But anyway, let's go ahead. How you're looking at that? They may not want to do it on a temporary order, but wait for a final. So we'll see about that. But anyway, folks, I'm gonna go ahead and set this at 1:30 p.m. on the 15th of September, and you'll be getting the Zoom code for that. And Miss Lambert will be in contact with you. That's probably enough time for her to make this the final, so we can do this as a final that day because it's almost 8 weeks out. And Shania is real good about getting straight down to everything, and so we want to do it. We want to keep dragging this out like some of my custody battles used to. I think I had once that lasted 2.5 years, so we're not gonna even think about that. So anyway,
I've been through one like
I'll
that.
start now, ma'am. Do you have any questions?
No, sir, I don't.
All right. Do you have a copy of the order? You said you were aware that I entered the temporary order.
Do I have a copy of the temporary?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
All right then. All right then. We'll make sure that the father gets his copy, and if Ms. Lambert needs to get y'all back in before that time, she has the authority. She'll have the authority to do that. Obviously, y'all still representing yourselves. You're pro se, but at this time, Mr. Diamond.
I did have a question, Your Honor. I originally typed out 9:30 for the hearing, but it's a minute ago I heard you say 1:30 p.m. It's an afternoon setting you wanted, Your Honor?
Yeah. I don't do on Monday mornings. I come in and try to catch up with it, see what lawyers have wrought me over the weekend. So I'm going to do this in the afternoon. This is going to be my afternoon hearing for that day.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, folks. I'll see everybody on that date. We're going to do this on Zoom like last time, and hopefully we'll be able to finalize this and figure this one out. Anyway, thank you both very much, and we're off the record. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This was originally filed with non-custodial party and Michael Andrew Guzman, custodial party being Bianca Urena. The court will note for the record this is a straight-out SAPSR matter that's before this court. We were been operating under temporary orders in this matter. I think the last was set up in January of this year. So all parties are properly before the court, and this was reset today for the court's hearing. At this time, the court has gone ahead and decided at this time to name Mr. Michael Andrew Guzman as the custodial party of the children. I'm going to name him as the joint managed conservator with the right to decide domicile. I'm restricting that right to the central time zone of the state of Texas. I'm going to go ahead and order that the mother gets the standard possession order in this matter. And again, I got several different amounts down for child support for some reason. I think we're jumping all over the place a couple of times during the final hearing. And Mr. Welch, you have the amounts that you calculated that Ms. Urena would be responsible for as far as child support is concerned.
Well, Your Honor, there were multiple amounts given because based off of, like I did one based off the unemployment she was currently receiving. I also did it based off of her last job, different hours. Which one would you prefer, Your Honor?
All right, this time I'm just going to take a snap. Okay, which one is the lower amount? Let's go with
The
that.
lowest, yeah, Your Honor, the lower one is going to be what she's getting from unemployment, $490 per week. And so I calculated, I think you also wanted me to add in dental 1.5% as well. Because there's health and dental through Mr. Guzman. But I think, yeah, so the amount would be $402 for current child support if we did 4.5% for the health and then 1.5% for the dental. And the cash medical would thus be $64 per month. and the cash dental would be $21 per month. That wouldn't cover like all of the cost, but I think you were saying that that would be fine for you.
Yes, sir. Those are the financial circumstances. So the court was looking at doing that. So based on the me ordering cash medical and dental, cash medical at 64 and the dental at $21 a month and child support at 402. That's going to be the court order, and I'll order that to start for Miss Serena the first day of August 2025.
And then you're also, Your Honor, you just to make sure, because there was also let me get the order out. There were some judgments that we did in the temporary order. I'd asked the court to confirm those as is. I think I mentioned it back in the final hearing.
And those were judgments for unpaid child support or retro. This case sounds like so many others. So
let me check, Your Honor. I apologize. Those were just normal child support and medical support judgments. It was just normal child support and medical support judgments.
all right, on behalf of the father to the mother, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. And those were, for the child support judgment, we did it of $1,443.06 as of December 31st, 2024. And then the medical judgment was $1,019.54 as of December 31st, 2024.
All right, use that same language in this, so those probably been paid down by now. And so go ahead and put that in the final order, sir. Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Right.
And then you are confirming the same app close?
Yes.
And then both parties having non-disclosure?
Judge, we're requesting that be removed, especially with all of the issues involving whether the kids are even enrolled in school, CPS involvement. I mean, there's no proof of domestic violence on mom's part, so we don't want a non-disclosure.
All right, Mr. James, you want non-disclosure, sir?
My client has asked for a non-disclosure. There have been issues between them before, not just with Mr. Guzman directly, but with his immediate family. So yes, we would ask that a non-disclosure be continued.
Judge, if you recall, in this case, Ms. Swartz wasn't even allowed to visit the home to verify that it was safe and suitable for these kids. So again, as a safety concern, I don't know why we would do a non-disclosure.
All right, again, third parties, Mr. James, don't count. I only count toward, if somebody acts up that's not a member, not this gentleman, if it's his family, she can press charges against them. This is not, that's just that. And I did not hear anything, any testimony involving family violence, and these people don't cooperate a lot as it is. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to grant non-disclosure at this point, Mr. James, either. So
yes, Your Honor.
But again, everything needs to go through app close going forward. I know Mr. Guzman had a hand raised a while ago, but Mr. Guzman, talk to your lawyer.
And Your Honor, so you're not going to grant it for either party then?
Correct.
All right. And then Your Honor, in the temporary order, you already waived court costs because both parties are recipients of our services.
Correct.
And then Your Honor, I asked the court to make appropriate rulings for the visitation.
Standard possession order.
All right. And that's what you did, I think, in the temporary order as well. So
standard possession order. I'm thinking everybody's still within 100 miles of each other, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I think that's it, Your Honor.
All right then. And right now, let's see. I think Dad has the kids on his summer. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right then. All right. Okay. Yeah. So So obviously, and school starts real early this year. So obviously, that's the second week of August. So that will be the case going forward. Like I said, the standard will go forward. So moms start getting the children in accordance with that. Anything else, Mr. Welch?
No, Your Honor.
And I guess we'll stop Mr. Guzman's support to mom. Since you're starting the new support 1st of August, we'll end his support July 31st.
Correct.
And I think I'm good on my end, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. James, anything else you need on this one, sir?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then, sorry, I'll lose somebody here. Okay, Ms. Key. Are you there, ma'am? Ms.
Are you asking for me, Judge?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Ms. Stevens, I'm sorry. I lost you. Sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we're good, Judge.
All right. All right, then I'll have the state prepare that order and circulate it among all the lawyers, and hopefully I'll get it before December. No, I'm just kidding, folks. Anyway, thank y'all all very much. Sorry for the delay. I didn't want to rush this one. I wanted to go back over everything and read some of the old docket sheets and see if there's anything else I need to comment with for this ruling. And but like I say, it's just pretty much straightforward this time. And I'll allow the state to prepare that, circulate it, and we're off the record. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.